second in the East and clicking at every level. Like what stands out to you about this, and does it kind of surprise you at all?
No, I mean, when you took into account this type of talent, this is what we expected from them. They're going to figure this thing out,
Yeah.
and they're going to figure out how to get on a run.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's not to say they're going to have ultimate playoff success. I think they may have some challenges, more challenges in the playoff as other teams in the East get healthy.
Yeah.
But they look phenomenal right now. Jacques Vaughn's hitting all the right points as a coach. When you take into account, again, we're talking about accountability. Steve Nash, another point guard head coach, stepping into that particular job. He couldn't hack it, couldn't last. And you got Jacques Vaughn stepping in, and Jacques Vaughn is kind of really getting inside what needs to happen with this team. And I think what is really impressive is he's definitely playing, I think, a little bit better to KD and Kyrie's strengths, and also drawing out of them a sense of leadership that I think they've needed for a while that's been missing. So the Nets look really good. There's no way around it, especially when you have, TJ Warren and some others, that are clicking. When they start clicking, then the Nets team starts to really spread this wealth around offensively. And I think that's a big thing is they're slowing the game down. Slowing the game down. They're actually getting into sets. They're really getting space for KD and Kyrie to work. And has KD looked better? I don't know, man. KD's reminded me of that 2017, 2018 Warriors KD. I mean, he's looking special this year. So I'm looking forward to see who they match up with. Who knows what happens in the playoffs? I think we can't even talk playoffs after All-Star break, really, I feel like. But, I definitely think they have a really good shot in the East.
Absolutely. To you, Savon, like what has impressed you the most about this Brooklyn team and kind of, like how they're putting the pieces together with a new coach and really looking like a formidable team in the East right now?
No distractions. That's what
Yes,
it
sir.
is.
Yes,
No distractions. KD is not doing what he's doing in the summer, so they can't play on Christmas Day. Kyrie is not doing the vaccination and all this, anti-Semitic stuff. And Steve Nash is on general manager. Like, they're cleaning shop. They're getting back to the fundamentals of basketball. And we know this roster is star-studded, especially with Kyrie and KD, but we already know how special these guys can be. And for an assistant coach to be head coach and understand, let star players be star players, he's letting them play basketball, like pick up basketball. He's getting into sets, like Tyler said, running the offense, actually running an offense, just not calling the play and doing isolation. Okay, come on now.
Yeah.
What are we doing? And they're playing defense.
So true.
They're playing defense. They're playing team basketball. And I think when Steve Nash was fired, they came to whoever, like, I go, you go, whatever. I think the team came together and was like, hey, we got to get back to basketball. Everybody's looking at us. We know what we can do, and they're getting back to the fundamentals of basketball, and they're gelling. And KD does look really good. KD looks, man, like he's coming out of Texas. Supersonic. He looks good. Yes. Like, he's confident. Like, it's out, no distraction. That's the best thing for KD and Kyrie. And we all know what Kyrie can do when he has no distraction. He's focusing on basketball.
Absolutely. I will say this, Wellington. I feel like this is a little bit akin. I'm not necessarily saying it'll be the same outcome. This feels a lot like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum figuring it out last year.
Oh, yeah.
Right? At a certain point, they clicked.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then they went on that run. And then, the Celtics looked unbeatable. It feels a little bit like that. Now, I think I'd still favor the Bucks and the Celtics out of the East. But I think when you take a look at KD and Kyrie,